Oh, volume, right. Sorry. All right, guys. Good morning. I keep forgetting I mute it. All right. Anyways, I am long on Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure everybody else is. It's a pretty simple long here. We hit the bottom. We never hit the bottom again a second time. We have some bullish dive coming in here in the morning. The 30-minute, the 45 minutes oversold, and the 1 hour is almost oversold. However, the 4-hour MACD is still dropping. That being said, our 4-hour is oversold. So right now, what you can kind of see Bitcoin doing is, again, ranging in this area here of your POC. Well, we're not even at the POC really. But if you look at your Fibonacci, your 618 retracement, you're ranging at your 382. So this is not a bad area to range for BTC. Furthermore, if you look at your daily, because I've been forgetting to look at the daily channel, because I keep forgetting we broke. But here, guys, if you look at your daily on Bitcoin, ultimately, you can see we have a bit more room to push up on that conversion line. So we broke out here. We already broke out here. We already back tested. All right. So the reason I'm going to the macro here is typically when you break out, you're going to range a bit in what is going to be a rounded bottom, a double bottom pattern, and then you are going to pump. However, we have resistance right here also on Bitcoin. And if you look at the macro here on the 4-hour, that is the point of control. So all you're doing is ranging at the point of control. Now, if you look at your Bollinger Bands here, you can see that we're ranging around the bands. If you line up your bands, you take off your bands and put on your Ichimoku cloud. It's kind of the same song and dance here. Now, if you look at the resistance on Bitcoin, no, we are not bullish in the macro, but we are oversold. And Bitcoin keeps on ranging. So what I see Bitcoin doing is at least pushing up to 70,002 to $70,000 target. All right. Good morning, Dusty. What is up? CJDV. Thomas, I sent you an email. I hope you got it. Blue Collar Traders winning wave. Dusty, APG. 12 Supreme. Just joshing ya. Let's go, fam. Let's get this live popping. Okay, so Bitcoin's not bullish, guys, in the macro, but Bitcoin is playing a range, and we know that. We've been making money off of the longs, and we've been making money off of the shorts. Why? Because we're catching them at the perfect time. We're not getting it at the middle. Okay, we're not getting in the middle, except for last night, but last night was a little bit of a whatever it was. So anyways, I am seeing Bitcoin come up to 70,002 if we could hold this area. In the shorter term, we are in a little bit of a downtrend here. So we're playing the channel. We're pretty much going to range in this channel back and forth until we break it. We either break it up or we break it down. It's pretty simple. I don't see us breaking this channel down because we're very, very oversold. That being said, we are in a downtrend market. So if you're not in a trade at the moment, this is kind of a no trading zone for me because it is a middle. You are kind of rejecting this resistance right here. Where I would get into a trade is back at the bottom or at the break of this little 1 minute to 5 minute channel, and we should push up to 68.8. If we look at the 15-minute time frame here, the 15-minute didn't break out yet. It is about to break out, and the MACD is about to cross on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so we are looking for a pump, in my personal opinion. If you guys look right here, this is the thumbnail for today. We had a bit of manipulation to the downside, and the reason I put bullish is it looks like this is going to be a fake out drop and possibly a pump. But New York is all about manipulation. We also do have a 4-hour candle that is ranging here, just ranging. Now, the factor is on Bitcoin in the 18-hour. The MACD is pushing up here. The 18-hour is dropping. The daily is overbought. And the daily's, well, this daily MACD is also dropping. Okay, so as long as you guys are aware of that and you're looking to long the market, you should be good. My stop loss is pretty much outside of this channel. Bitcoin is going to range in this channel. Unless it doesn't, then it comes down. But risk to reward, right? We got to play the market. If it goes the opposite way, we adjust. It's kind of with how it is happening lately. Winning wave, you're short on ETH. So if I'm looking for a short on Ethereum, see, it's tough shorting an asset that is at the bottom, but I would seriously be long because you've got major support here. If you break it, it's pretty simple. Then you roll over. It's tough for me to say to short the bottom. I could personally say Ethereum myself, probably pumping back up to about 2,000, maybe 2,100. Again, we are in this bearish pennant, which is not necessarily bullish, but at the same point in time, I see us maybe pushing up to 2,000 a bit. Would I get out of my short? I don't know. It just is kind of contracting on this bearish pennant right here, and you're kind of following the bearish pennant. If you look at Ethereum, I mean, if you look at Bitcoin on the same bullish pennant that I have drawn out, well, there is no bullish pennant here or bearish pennant on Bitcoin. There is a bearish pennant here, but you're kind of just playing out that channel. So it is in a little downtrend right now, but it's in a downtrend of a range at your point of control. So you can see all of this is downtrend at the point of control right here. So it's really tough for me to say to short right now when we're just ranging. Very, very tough for me to say to short when we are just ranging. But if it does break this area, it's just really going to consolidate in this channel for a bit. All right. So that's Bitcoin, guys. Not much to talk about on Bitcoin. I'm long. I'm pretty sure everybody else is long. XRP is our large cap, right? Same song and dance here on XRP. Not much is happening. not much is happening. You've got boom, double bottom. It is a double bottom any way you look at it. This is not a perfect double bottom by any means, but it is a double bottom. It is a double bottom. Let's see. And you're ranging at the 618 here on XRP. Thank you guys for coming on the live. Make sure you hit that like button for the New York session. Is everybody going to be here on Saturday, guys, around 10 a.m.? No, not around 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. CST for our training session, February 21st. If you don't know about it, let me know. See, I don't know if I'd be long on XRP here, but maybe. Let me go look at. So one of the reasons Bitcoin pushed back up here too, guys, is we have more buys than sells right here, right? More buys than sells right here. Janif, what is up? How you doing? All right, there we go. So the session, the manipulation is over. It should be over. We should be breaking out on our 15-minute here. Craig, how you doing? I think I sent you an email, Craig. Thomas, I sent you an email about coaching. If you guys didn't get it, well, then I got to figure it out. But all right, so boom, right? 67.3. This is our long. Now, again, you're going to kind of range in this area, guys. So because you're dropping a bit on your 1 hour, but we should pump throughout the day. It's also a Wednesday too, which is kind of weird. Let's go over to Solana here. See if we can see anything in Solana. Justin, how you doing? No, you didn't miss much. I'm in a Bitcoin long. As it's, I'm pretty sure everybody. See, here's the thing, guys. If Bitcoin was going to drop, it would drop already. It would have dropped yesterday. It would have dropped today. Right? Like, yeah, sure, win a double top, but you got to keep in mind this broke out off of a massive drop. I'm very, very bearish in the market, yes. But this at the same time, I'm not numb to see that, okay, we've broken out on Sol. We've got a range at our POC. Well, what are we probably going to do? We're probably going to pump to the top of the resistance, which is pretty much right here, right before any drop. So we're probably going to go sideways, pump to the top, do that kind of thing, and then continue back down. Vintage Virtue, can I give you more details on the class? For sure. Thank you for coming on the live. Appreciate you. So if you go to beastlimitedless.com, we're doing a complete free training, okay? Saturday, February 21st, 10 a.m. CST, go to beastlimitedless.com. It's free. I don't want money from you. Come hang out in the community. 100% free. No strings attached. I do give out trade setups here. Crypto trading mastery learning lesson. Okay. This is 10 years of cumulative trading, pretty much built into one. Learning how to get funded accounts, essentially getting 100 grand given to you off less than $500. If you pass the challenges, risk to reward, the tracker that we have, and all of the other jazz. All right. So anyways, beastlimitless.com, and then you'll get the class this week. So make sure you guys are joining that. All right, guys. So we have 1 hour left. Well, not really, but close to 1 hour left on our candle movement here on a 4-hour time frame. I never look at Cardano, but I keep forgetting Cardano is a large cap. So we got to start looking at Cardano. We looked at Solana. Cardano is what? Like, look at this triple bottom on Cardano. How am I ignoring Cardano? Wow. This is actually probably one of the best charts in crypto right now that I've seen that actually makes sense. It is faking out, okay? But I see us pumping to the top here on ADA. Okay, so you're ranging at your 382 because if I'm flipping this is actually your 382. I know a lot of people say this is 618, but the real 618 is actually down here if you do the retracement. So for fun, we're going to call this the 618. I could see ADA pumping. Look at this nice triple bottom support. Guys, I would say we're getting bullish in the shorter term. In the shorter term, okay? Don't expect us to go bull market right away, but I would not be shorting this market. Not right now. If we were going to drop, we would have dropped our second time. We didn't, right? So I see a long here on Cardano. Again, tight stop loss. But you could take it to about 30, essentially. That is a really good setup on ADA. Your long right here. Your stop loss would be about here. And that is a 1 to 3, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually a 1 to 4. That is a really, really good trade on Cardano. Very good trade. Very, very good trade. So my stop loss on Cardano is it possible to include range channel trading in your lecture? Yes, we can. There's a lot I need to talk about, but sure, we could do that. So it's pretty simple. Open up a long here in Cardano. Again, guys, anything could happen. It might not play out, right? We're in a downtrend market. I don't typically like longing a downtrend, but you put a stop at 27.5, manage your leverage. Your take profit would pretty much be about 30 or more, and that would be a 1 to 4 trade, and that would be a very good trade. That is the type of trades I look for. I also look for a 1 to 5, but if you guys could figure out 1 to 4 and 1 to 5 trades, I've said this again, but I'll sound like a broken record, you are going to get absolutely rich in trading. Filthy, filthy rich. And then if you accumulate that with patience and not trading every time you see a trade and waiting for the perfect setups, it's kind of funny. We all try to go for those crazy setups. You don't got to do that in trading. You're not trying to impress anybody, right? You're just trying to build your wallet. So if you can find 1 to 4 or even to 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, you're making money. 1 to 3 is going to help you live and pay the bills. 1 to 4 and 1 to 5, no contests. You are crushing it. I do have a question for everybody, though. Who actually uses this 1 to 4, 1 to 5 risk to reward, or just 1 to 1, whatever it is, for shorting and longing? Do you guys actually use this open P&L risk to reward? That's going to tell me if you guys are a gambler, a crypto trader, or an actual business person looking to make money. Forex traders always use this one to risk reward, right? Sometimes I forget to talk about it on the live, probably every time, but I use it in my own trading. Okay, Bitcoin, we're bored. I'm surprised Bitcoin's not flying off this breakout. Actually, no, I'm not, because the 1 hour is dropping. We're essentially waiting for this 4 hour. We need a cross on this MACD. That is what I need, a cross on this MACD. Look at that 30-minute on Bitcoin. It just looks like it wants to pump. I'll take 70,000 for sure. Neil, 2R, risk to reward. Nice, nice. But again, if you guys lining up with 1 to 3 and 1 to 4, you guys are going to, I go for a 1 to 2 at least. Okay. 1 to 2 is not bad, but I'll be honest with you. How I trade this market is if I don't get a 1 to 3 at least, I don't trade. Because keep in mind, we got 24 hours in a day. There's over 1 million crypto coins on CoinGecko. If you do a 1 to 2, that means you're willing to risk $1 for $2. Not too bad, 1 to 1, right? Kind of. But if you do a 1 to 3, it means you're willing to risk $1 for $3 and 1 to 4 and so on and so forth. A lot of people just try to catch 1 to 1s or 1 to 2s, and they're really wasting their time. I'm going to show you guys in the training what I mean by that and how much money you could make off of 1 to 3, 1 to 4, and 1 to 5 trading versus 1 to 2. It is astronomical, guys. Difficult to get 1 to 5 if the market is ranging. Kind of. It just means you trade less, right? Just means you trade less. All right, Tim, how you doing this morning? Mickey, how you doing? So essentially, guys, that is really what we're doing in the market. Like Bitcoin could definitely drop down to here, back down to here, but not much is happening. It is really just a ranging market. If I get 2 to 1 trade, I'm Dave playing the channels. You're happy. Yeah, there you go. Right. So really what we got to look for is, can Bitcoin hold this support? Can Bitcoin hold this support right here, guys? And, oh, wait, that's not Bitcoin. Right here. Can Bitcoin hold this support? And are we going to be ranging in this area? Like you've got your 30-minute going up, you've got your 45-minute oversold. So I would say within the next few hours, we're going to flatten out of the 1 hour time frame, and then we're going to continue to go up. GP, how you doing? Good morning. What's the take profit on Bitcoin? Take profit on Bitcoin would be about 68. 68.8 for the shorter term long, and then the longer term long 70,004. Personally, I think we're going to come up to that 70,004. We broke out on the 15-minute. But I personally think we're going to come up to 70,004 roughly here. But I would look at a take profit around 68.7-ish. All right, guys. So yeah, that's kind of what we've got for today. Like nothing is really well, obviously we're pumping a bit, but we're waiting for that 4 hour to finish. I think Cardano's your best bet if you're looking for a trade. Yeah, I think ADA is your best bet for sure. Look, ADA's already pumping. Oh, Bitcoin's pumping too. Bitcoin's pumping too. Not too bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. There we go. The pump's starting. The pump is starting. Okay, there's the breakout. So now we have the breakout right there. 15-minute officially broke out of this little downtrend here. And then we have the 1 hour oversold already, moving up. So we've got that green candle coming in. Good stuff, good stuff. So we're actually pumping there, which is good. We probably are going to hit that 70,000 target. Most likely, because we're already oversold in the 1 hour, 4 hours oversold coming up. Double bottom on the 4. If this finishes the double bottom on the 4 hour, that's huge. We're going to pump because this was a red candle on the 4 hour, right? So I still don't like that 18 hour, but at least to the top of resistance here. $68K. Let's go, fam. Let's go. Bitcoin is green. Who's making money on this community, by the way? Let's hear it, guys. Who's making money on Beast Limitless trading? Wow, that is a big green candle. Got my 1 to 2 target. There you go. 1 to 2 is not too bad. So from this area of the breakout right here, this would be a 1 to 3 almost. 1 to 2.5. 1 to 2.5 wouldn't be bad. In the 8 along, good stuff, good stuff. Cardano. Yeah, Cardano's looking good. There we go. Cardano's about to rip. Cardano's probably my favorite trade at the moment because you could even see, well, Bitcoin's my favorite trade, but Cardano is probably my favorite. I would say Cardano's pumping up to about 30 cents in that area. Can I look at broccoli? For sure. Oh yeah, broccoli's looking not too bad here. So if we're so broccoli broke out. Thomas, I know you like broccoli. Broccoli's looking good on the 4. Broccoli is looking good on the 2 hour. Not too bad. You broke out here. You broke out here. You have a double bottom. So, and an inverse head and shoulder. Probably what I'd be waiting for broccoli to do is cross on the MACD and then just go off there. Would you short then also BTC when it hits its range? I'm not sure. I don't know. Shorting's tough right now because you're very, very oversold. 4 hours oversold. You haven't hit the top of this resistance here, so that's a tough one. Maybe there might be a rejection at 69K, but it did break out, right? So it broke out in that 15-minute, which means it should continue to pump. Really, all we are just in a range. So if anything, I'd probably short this area right here. But if it breaks out, if we pump here, then you're looking at a pump all the way to about 78K. All right, guys. So we're going to end the live there. We could kind of see everything coming into fruition. These morning lives are pretty much for direction. Again, we could range a bit more. That's the big candle. But pretty much on the 4-hour time frame, we are looking at a reversal up. If Bitcoin did fake out, you'd be looking at it breaking this support here and dropping. So that is all I got for you guys today. We will be live for New York session today because it is Wednesday, so about 8 to 8:30 p.m. CST. And yeah, thank you guys all for coming on the live. Set your stop losses and profit. Again, we are kind of just pumping, ranging, but the 1 hour is completely oversold. So we are flattening out there. But yeah, I hope I see you guys on the New York live today, and then have a great day. And post your wins, guys, in the win section on bslimlist.com. So post wins right here. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Boom.